this is Karen with Grace P Creations. How is everybody doing? Oh my goodness, we are finally here. We are here at the Junk Journal series. I am so excited. Everybody has been asking me about it. I've been getting messages and people are like, oh, I cannot wait to start. Everybody has their stuff ready. I am so excited. And I've been so excited to get this junk journal started because it's been a minute since I've done a book. Since the Flip Flop journal, I haven't done a book. So I have been really waiting to do. I've been like excited just to get this book done. So I'm doing this on this self-healing mat. It's also cleaning. You can clean it as well. So I don't mind doing it on this mat at all. But if you want to put something down that you don't want to get dirty, or like if you want to do this kind of a self-healing mat, I mean, I could use this too, just so I don't get the pretty pink dirty, but I'll put this up when I do the gluing part. But for now, we're going to put together the chipboard. Now, you guys have seen me do the creating of the hardcover before. This is going to be a hardcover / soft cover, and I'll show you what I mean when I say that. I went and I stitched some batting to this material that's going to go on the junk journal. Okay, so we're doing a hardcover, but this is going on top, but I want to give it a little bit of padding in between, and then I'm going to be doing this gorgeous topping from my book, and then I'm going to have a journal topper, which I've already started working on. Just a quick sneak peek. She's not done because I'm doing a lot of sewing right now, but she's gorgeous. I cannot wait. The theme of my book is going to be the shabby closet, and it's going to be a book filled with everything that you find in a shabby chic closet. It's going to have old letters, and it's going to have dresses and things that look like a pop-out closet, and vintage dress forms, and I have some real old antique letters that are going to be sewn and with fabric and lace, and I am so excited to do this book. It's going to be something very different for me, but I've been creating this idea in my head for 2 months now, and I can't wait. It's going to be 3 signatures, and let's start with the size of the book. Now, you guys have seen me do a binding of the chipboard before, and it's really easy, and I'm going to link the video below as well. I mean, it's going to be the same thing I'm doing now, but I also have another video that shows you how to do the creating of this. You're going to need your chipboard and tape. I use Tyvek tape. It is absolutely the best for the hinges, the swaying of the book back and forth. I just love Tyvek tape. And ooh, you know what I should have done before I started this video? I should have made sure that all the tape was nice and straight, because when I was trying to test it earlier, I got one of those pieces that went really thin, and I'm going to have a hot mess with her. So I'm going to have to probably figure that out on camera with you guys, or I might pause and just get this tape straightened out. And that's going to be actually pretty quick because it's one of the first things that we do. So let me see. Let me see, where am I? Okay, let's go through the size of the book first, okay? Oh, there it is. I was looking for my knife, which I'm going to need. Okay, so the chipboard, the book is going to be 6 by 9. It's a 9 by 6 book with a 4-inch spine. I like to choose bigger spines because I like to have room in my book for the signatures, because it's going to be 3 signatures. It's going to be spaced out pretty well. It's going to be 1, 2, and then 3, one in the middle. And we're going to have plenty of room to fill her up. So it's going to be a chunk. Maybe not too bad of a chunk though. I mean, I say that, don't mark my words on that. I say it every time. So I'm just going to be quiet when it comes to that because I'm wrong every time by the time I'm finished my book. All right, so as you know, these pocket things here are getting in my way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this off really quick and I'm going to turn it like this. All right, so you're going to put the front of your book down. Before you put the tape on, you want to make sure that the middle is about, goodness, it's like you just leave a small space in between. Just try to make sure they're even. Okay, you want to make sure it's even. Okay. You want to have the same amount of space in between. You want to go about this much, just as you see it here. You just want there to be enough room for the book to be able to freely open and close, okay? And that's where you're going to do the tie-back tape. Let me try and get you fully in frame here. Let me just move this up a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, so you can see there's like a little bit of space. Like that, okay? And then you're going to go ahead and you're going to tape down. Now this is the part I'm a little bit worried about because I can see that it got off course here. I should have fixed it when I had the problem. I might just go off camera really quick while I do this because I don't want to waste all the time on this. Let me just see how bad it is. I can already see that it's tie-back tape is very, very sticky, by the way. And you can use any tape that you use for your book binding. Look at this. This is going to be a hot mess, man. All right, I can already see this happening. All right, let me pause really quick and let me just get this tape straightened out, and I will be right back. Okay, I am back, and I got her. Okay, so this tape is very sticky, by the way, okay? So when you're using it, just make sure you're careful with where it goes. What you're going to do is you're going to go right over the center between the two, okay? You want to make sure you get it right the first time with this because there's no coming up on it. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go directly over it like this, and I'm going to leave some space on the top and the bottom. I want to have it go over the top and the bottom, okay? I'm going to go right down in the middle. Just like that. Okay, and you're going to cut it. Okay. And I'm going to do the other side. You don't want to lift it up yet. Okay, you're going to do the other side. Just making sure she's good. I always get nervous about this part. Why did I not hold that when I cut it? I should have left a little spot. All right, here we go. Sorry if this is loud. Okay. There we go. And that does not matter because that's all going to be covered later on. You know the drill if you've done a book with me before. I've done a couple of books actually. All right, so now what you're gonna do, like I said, it's really sticky. You're gonna lift it up like this. You're gonna flip it over like this, and you're going to bring it over like that. Oh my gosh, this stuff is like putty. All right. See, you're already getting that. See? All right, so now we're going to put a little bit more tape on this side. It's going to hold that good and down. And then we're going to decoupage. You want to make sure you get out your decoupage or gesso. I think they call it gesso. Whatever it is that you use. That's the way I do it. I do not put my chipboard under a sewing machine, and I do not sew through it. So we're going to use decoupage. That's the way I like to make my books. They come out so good that way. Oh my goodness, I thought I just made a little loop. I know you're there. She's right here. Don't you hate that about tape? I also don't want to create it making another one of those things either. I thought I made a loop. I don't know what happened. Uh-oh. No, you ain't. Oh my gosh, really? Oh no. Oh no. She's like being a pain in the butt here. All right, guys. Okay, here we go. See, I was just about to pause the video. Oh, see that split in the middle? Oh my God. All right, there we go. I'm telling you, this tape is sticky, but it works great for your book. I wouldn't have it any other way because it works really well. All right. So now we're going to... We're not going to go as over the top as we did with the first one. Just a little bit over the top, okay? Just enough to bring it over to the other side. I'm going to go actually a little bit more this way because I didn't go directly in the center with that one. Oh my gosh. You could put some skin together with this tape if you cut yourself. It's like surgical tape. I'm not kidding. And I'm holding it this time so I don't lose. All right, we're going to do the same on the other side. Just like this. I'm really excited to see what people do for a book. I've heard a couple of you and what your theme is. There we go. I'm excited to see what you all do. All right, so we got it good on the other side. So we're just going to bring it up and just finish it off so it's nice and firm. Hey, I didn't lay you down yet. Uh-oh. I wasn't ready for you to go down yet. Okay, there we go. Okay, so there we have our book. Your book is created, okay? This is your 9x6 beautiful journal where it's going to be done. and your nice big spine. Okay? This is going to be such a beautiful book. I cannot wait. I'm excited. All right, so the next thing that you do is you choose which is going to be your top. So this is the inside. You're going to use your inside. So the next part that you're going to do, this is where the gluing comes in. We're going to be gluing down the insides, okay? I might have to trim it up a little bit. It's going to be a little bit too long. Like that. I'm a little bit nervous about this one because usually when I do a book, I only have one piece of fabric that I decoupage because I already have my fabric chosen. This one's a little bit different because I'm doing different layers and I've never done that before. So I'm going to be learning right alongside, but if you look, right, and I decoupage this down, I'm going to have to miter the corners. Okay, I'm going to have to trim that too because that ain't going to be included like that. It's going to be like that. Okay, and then we're going to have this beautiful fabric on top. I'm going to make sure that I have a good piece that lays right in the perfect spot. And that's going to be my journal cover. This is going to be my journal. And then I'm going to have different things sewn on it as well, which I'm not showing you yet, but I'm going to be doing this cover on the top. It's going to be so amazing. I'm like so excited. Okay, so let's get started. I'm a little bit nervous about this part though. So I'm going to have to do this part first and then bring this one underneath after and bring it up and decoupage on top of that. I don't want to decoupage two pieces together. So I could have sewn this to this part, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to take the risk because when you do decoupaging, there's a lot of push, there's a lot of pulling, and if you don't have it down exact, you're going to have wrinkles on the top, so you want to do it separately. Okay? Unless you're doing just a single, then you don't have to worry about it. All right, so I'm going to get out my decoupage. I use premium decoupage, matte. It's matte, okay? And then make sure it's shooken up. Oh, I forgot to get, hold on. I need to go grab me a plate or for my decoupage. I will be right back. Okay, so I shook it up and now I'm going to just put some right in the middle. It's a little messy because it's glue, but it's all good. And basically, I just want to make sure how far do I want to go in, because I definitely want to put down my center. So let me just see really quick. I'm just going to trim this up just a little bit. And this ain't going to matter really, because I'm going to be on the inside it's going to be lace anyways, once the book is all decoupaged. It's going to be this that I need to trim. This is definitely got to be trimmed. All right, let's just go ahead and work with it. And we'll go along. We'll go as we go along. I don't want to go too quick, though. You know. You don't want to do things too quick. If you know what I mean, if you know it, you know it. too soon? No? You don't want to be too quick. All right. Inside joke. Some people will understand. All right. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to start. I know a lot of people, some people, not a lot of people do it this way, and some people do sewing. When they do their hardcovers, they do it around edge. I like to do it this way. I've always liked decoupaging my cover on. I just feel like it gives it a really nice, I don't know, I really enjoy doing this. I've always done it this way. And you're free to do yours however comfortable you are with yours. If you want to stitch, if you want to, however you put your books together, you do you. Okay? You do you. I'm just showing you the process that I do. So if there's anybody new out there that hasn't done a junk journal before, you have something to kind of go by, and then you can try your different ways. There's no right or wrong way to do a junk journal or crafts, right? Everybody is talented in their own way. Everybody does things their own way. Everybody works at their speed. Everybody does things that fit their personality and what kind of junk journal you're doing. You know, you don't have to do a shabby chic. You don't have to do any which way. You don't have to do it the same that I'm doing. You can completely copy me, or you can do your own. I am so open for either. Okay. This is where it starts getting a little tricky, because I'm getting down to the part where I have to miter the corners, and I hate this part. Everybody knows that this is the part that I hate. I'm gonna have to trim those edges though, because it's too long on the sides. Let me just see how this is going. Nice and tight. Looks good. It's nice and fluffy. Listen, super soft, by the way. This is really soft. I'm loving that I put some batting in there. I need a sip of my drink. I showed this to you guys. I got this really cool cup. It was on sale at Starbucks. Let me see. Yeah, it's like 7:30. I have to get up at 5 in the morning. Yay! It's gonna be a late night for me. All right, so I'm just going to get these edges down. Sometimes if I notice that it's going the wrong way, I might have to pull it up and just pull it. You want to make sure, one of the things you want to make sure is that it's tight. Like if you notice that you're getting a bulk here because it's not pulling, you want to pull this in and make sure, even if you have to lift it up and pull it tight, do it. It's not going to hurt it. You just have to go in and reapply the glue. Even if you have to do it a couple of times, you want to make sure that you have it nice and tight, okay? Okay. I'm gonna hold it down. I remember the last time I did my book, my hands were completely covered. It was like being a child all over again, pulling that glue off your hands. Remember when you were a child and you got the Elmer's glue all over your hand and you sat there peeling it off? It was like that. So everybody knows who old Delsina is, right? Well, I don't know if anybody knows this or not, but I am on her DP, and I messaged her today and said, I'm going to be putting some of your kits in my book. She's excited about that. I have a couple of her kits that I'm using. I just spoke to her today. All right. I'm trying to get this on camera. All right, so let me just look for a minute. Okay, so I probably want to cut, but I don't want to cut it too much because I want this to be able to be on the end. Let me just see how much I'll have to miter. Okay. All right. I'm going to try and go up as much as I can and try and fit this in the camera. Let me just move this here. There we go. All right, so basically you're doing it like a gift. You're just going to wrap it. I might have to miter it more. Let me see. I'm afraid to cut this, I'm telling you. So I don't have any more of this pink fabric that's on the top. Okay. It's okay. I'll just start gluing and then I'll go along. Okay, I'll do this. Hold on. And just do that. All right, let's start getting this down. This is the tricky part. You have to make sure it's nice and tight. The decoupage takes to it really well, though. If you do it the right way, it takes to it well. And I'm not too nervous about there being any bulkiness on the inside, because that's going to flatten out when I put down my center in the book. Let me just pull that a little bit. You know what? I think I'm going to go... I'm going to trim it here just because it pulled. I'm actually going to, yeah, that's better. That was creating a little bit too much of a bulk. It's okay to have a little bit, but that was too much. Going to have to miter that corner. All right, so if you guys can, what is that? Leave a comment below and let me know what your process is for making your junk journal. Are you sewing? Are you decoupaging like I am? Are you doing it just with paper? Are you doing fabric? I want to know. I love hearing about that. Yeah, it's a little bit too... Hold on, let me just... It's still sticky. I'm just got to get this down right. Hold on, let me do this. Let me put some down here. That might help it a little bit. The edges are always tricky for me. I always have a hard time with this. But eventually I get it. I have to probably get those down a little bit more. Sometimes you just have to get in with your hand as well. Just kind of This is when you get all the glue all over your hands. See how that kind of made it flat? Hold on. I have a bulk. This is what's the problem here. I just want to trim it there. I think it was, for some reason, when I did the sides, it created a bulk over here. So I just got to fill that in a little bit. I think that feels better. I'm going to do them separately. Let me do this part first. I don't really mind so much at the ends because we have a piece of lace that's going to go over the whole back inside anyway, so you won't see this. But I just want to make sure there's no lift. Alright. We're only at, what, 30 minutes? That's not bad. Okay. Let me see. Right there. Okay. Hopefully, I'll be able to get the other part of the book on. See how that's laying flat now? You just have to work with it a little bit. Once it dries, it's fine. Once I get the other part on, it's good. Actually, redo that. There we go, that's a little bit better. I should have just trimmed that underneath. It's like I used to get really, really nervous. Like I'm still a little nervous when I do this part. I used to get really nervous, but I'm like, you know what? It always works out in the end. You know, it always works out. Ew. It's like clay. Oh, but it's so fun. There we go. That's what I was looking for. All right. Let me just fix this corner a little bit more. All right. I'm not going to play with it anymore because we have another layer going on top, so I don't need it to be perfect. And it's okay to have the little bit of a corner right there because those are going to be hidden by the pink that's going to go on top. Okay, so now that I've got it down, I'm just going to go over it one more time with glue so that when it dries, you don't have too many bumps. All right. Do-do-do-do. You're being a pain. You are being a pain in the butt. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start with the second side, the second end. I will fix up any parts that are lifting after. Right, this one's a little bit shorter, so I think I'm going to do the same thing as I did with this one because of, see, that's already dry. Look at that. That dries pretty quick. I don't want to create too much of a bump, although that's too bad. I should have left the ends open. I should have remembered that it tends to, see, that's what I want to do. So I want to get rid of these corners right here. So we want it to be like that. This one's good. This one, what did I do? What am I doing? All right. That one came out good. What did I just do? Okay, go in. Yeah, go in. That one's good. I went the wrong way. I cut it the wrong way. All right. All right, let's just start gluing. I'll fix it after. All right, I'm going to pause for a second. I have to grab one thing really quick. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go in here and I'm just going to open this up. Like that. Because I noticed because of the pull on the inside that it created a bulk on the ends. So I'm going to go ahead and just, okay, those corners are good. All right, let's start. We're almost done decoupaging this part. I'm going to go ahead and do this first, get it down. It has been freezing out. Freezing. It was down to 5 degrees the other morning. Now for Georgia, that's really cold. We don't usually get temps like that down here. If we do, it's this time of the month, the year. I mean, it's January into some of February. If we do get any snow, which is rare, well, I shouldn't say rare. We got hit with a couple of snowstorms since I've been down here. It's usually late January, February. I think even March we had one time, which I was shocked about. This is bulky right here. Okay, what's creating this mess here? Oh, hello. I thought I put that down. Shoot. Okay. Let me just trim this. Like that. Is that better? Yeah, just a little bit more. Here we go. So yeah, usually late January into February is when we would get any snow or ice if we're going to get it. All right, that needs to be pulled in more. I am getting a bulk here. Let's take out some of that. Cut off too much because I don't want the cardboard showing through. That wouldn't be good. It's just about playing around with it. It's like wrapping a gift, but it's a lot more complicated than that. And I'm using a lot of glue, guys. I mean, you've seen how much glue I've been using. Gonna make sure every couple of I wipe my scissors off. All right, let's get her up. Let's try this again. That's a lot better though. It's not as bulky. like a little story about snow. When we first moved down here, 18 years ago, we moved down here in 2005, July of 2005. Comes the first winter. We had no idea what to expect. We're from New Hampshire, okay, where the only time they ever call out school is if the snow is over your head, okay? And even that, they give you a delay. I'm from New Hampshire, you know, the snow is just a thing. For anybody up north, you know what I'm talking about. And we were down here, and I was not prepared for everything closing down for flurries. Even the smallest hint of snow, they called off school. Now, I understand it a little bit more now because I've been down here a while. We had one scare. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. When we had that big snow apocalypse is what they called it, of Atlanta, because nobody expected the snow to come down so fast and so quick and all the wrong timing. All the kids were still in school. Everybody tried leaving at once, and all the roads were covered, and everybody got stuck on the highways. It took me 5 hours to go 15 miles to get home. And then even then, I had to park my car down at the pool and walk home because it would not go up the hill. It was horrible. So snow down here in the south is horrible because everybody lives in subdivisions. Everybody lives in subdivisions. So, all right. So also with decoupage, you have to know that you might get a little bit of a warp because you're wetting cardboard, the other chipboard, but that's normal. That's going to straighten out. Okay, so it's important for you to let it dry. It depends on how thick your chipboard is too. But yeah, this is good. This is normal. But see how it's turning out so far? Now there's going to be another cover on top of this. Now this, and you can put something heavy down on it too while it's drying. And then that should be good. This part is bothering me. I really should pull this back up and pull this off like I did the other one because it's just too bulky. So yeah, we got stuck. It was horrible. And then, you know, because we lived on a hill, we had to park our car down at the pool. And then if we needed to go to the grocery store for anything, we had to walk to Target behind our subdivision because we could not get our car to go through the subdivision because they don't get plows through the subdivision down here. There are no plows. So you have to wait for a warm day and for it to melt. Had I known that this was going to happen on the ends, I probably would have trimmed the soft part up a little bit on the inside. I didn't realize it was going to create such a bulk, but it's okay. We're going to have another piece going over it anyways. So I'm probably going to let this. I'm not sure if I should put the other part on with this video. I think I might want to have this dry because it's a little more wet than normal. Usually I go all for it, but also, like I said, normally I only do, this is usually my cover. And then I stop the video and the next video is about making the cover. This one, I'm actually decoupaging another piece on top. I'm wondering if I do put my other piece down, I might be able to use the same glue. Hold on. I might be able to use some of the glue that's already down here to attach it without having to use too much. Let me just see. I might try it. All right, let's go ahead and try. I'm going to move this over for a second. Make sure this is good and clean because my cover is going on. Now I want to make sure that I have a good part. Make sure it's down on the right way. This is the back. Okay, I want to make sure that my cover for my book is going to have the flower where I want it. I have a lot of this fabric though. I got like 4 yards of it, I think. Okay, let me just see where this is going to land. Nope. Shoot. Okay, that's a little bit better. Hold on. Place that down a little bit, just like that. How's that? Ooh, that's good. That's pretty. I'm nervous. I just want to make sure it's perfect. Because this is going to be, well, I'm going to have a journal topper on top, but when I take the journal topper off, you're still going to be able to see the front of the book. I just want to make sure let me just try one more thing. I don't think it would go this way though. I don't think there's enough room. Oh yeah, there is. I just have to trim that. Let me just make sure here. No, that's not gonna work. Nope. Okay, that ain't gonna work. All right, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use, how will that work? I want more on it, so I'm gonna use the top part. Sorry guys, I'm just like really picky right now. This is like the front of my book. Did I turn that right? Let me see. I really want this flower to be on the front though, right here. But then there's nothing else around it. Oh, I might have to cut another piece. I really don't know. I want it to be perfect. I didn't realize that it was like spaced out perfectly. About that. Okay, that's a little bit more. Then I'm losing some. Okay, wait. How does that look? I can't go too far down because I need some material to cover it. See, I can't do that. I wanted to do like maybe these two. Okay, I'm gonna go cut another piece. I'm gonna go off camera really quick and cut one more piece, okay? I will be right back. Okay, I got another piece, and there's a lot more. There's a lot more to work with on this longer piece here. Let me just try a couple, and we'll see where it lands. Okay, that's a little bit better. The spine looks really nice. And then on the back, let me try this. Let me just turn it. I will get it. It's almost like a little surprise, you know? You don't know what it's going to look like. Okay. Almost there, almost there. I know I'm being too picky. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm being way too picky now. I'm going to use this here. I'm just going to do it that way. It looked good. All right, I'm going to use this. And make sure I have enough on top though. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then the spine looks really nice. I don't think I'm going to get it any more perfect than that. Yeah. That should be good. Right? Yeah, that's going to look really pretty. Just go up a little bit. Yeah, we have that flower right in the center. How's that going to look? Yep. All right, let's go for it. Right there. We have good enough space on the sides. So let's go ahead and trim. All right, where are we for? We're at 52 minutes. We can go another 15 because it's going to be like super, takes forever to upload if you go past a certain time. And I want you guys to be able to see this video tonight. Oh, let me bring something up that's really important. There is not going to be a Friday with Friends tomorrow. It is my son's birthday, and we are going out for his birthday dinner tomorrow night. So, I was thinking about making it another night or just doing next Friday. I was thinking possibly Saturday night. Let me know in the comments below if that's something that you would like to do. I can see if I can make it work. And I can let you guys know tomorrow if Saturday will work. But we are going out to dinner with the whole family tomorrow night with my all my boys. And so I am excited about it. I love getting all the boys together. All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this. Now, it did dry throughout the whole, let's find the right layering part, so I am going to have to add a little bit more glue. I didn't want to. I was hoping to grab the same glue, but this isn't going to be as much. Like, I won't be using as much with this because it's a lace fabric. It's not as thick, and I will still get some coverage from underneath. So yes, no Friday with Friends tomorrow, guys. I'm sure you'll understand, but I know all of you love it. All of you guys love to chat with each other, and it's a good time, and we make fun projects, and so I will see about doing it Saturday night. I'll make sure it's okay with my family Saturday night, and if we're going to do anything else for my son's birthday. He turns, let me see, oh my gosh, the older they get, the harder it is to remember how old they are. 24. He'll be 24. 20, no, I'm sorry, 25. He turns 25 because I remember him saying now his insurance is going to be a lot cheaper. At 25 in Georgia, your insurance goes down. So I remember him being really excited about that. Oh, what am I doing? Let's do the sides first. All right. So I just got that laced down. Oh my gosh, my hands. I'm going to have to soak them when I'm done this. All right, I got to just pick up the pace a little bit. So 25. My youngest is 25. I am going to have to pull. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't want to pull too much because I want to make sure I don't grab. I want to make sure I still have that flower on front. Okay. Yeah, 25. I can't believe my youngest is going to be 25. That just shocks me. Shocks me. He was born 1999. He's very, very smart. He's just like my husband. Computer nerd. Knows everything and anything about computers. Just like my husband. My husband is a tech engineer. My husband is I think, a tech solution engineer or something like that. He's been doing it for like 30-something years. It's a solutions architect engineer. Something like that. I never know how to pronounce half the stuff that he is or does. Just like he doesn't know what a junk journal is. Actually, he does. He's pretty cool like that. All right. I thought that this lace was going to take a lot quicker. It's being a pain in the butt, actually. Man, this book is like saturated in decoupage, but it's all good. It's going to be good. It's all worth it. She dries nice. It doesn't dry too bulky at all. And it looks so pretty when it's got all the lace on the inside and it's all done up. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna trim this. Okay. I'm just trimming the end here. Sorry, I'm out of frame. All right. Now I want to okay, as soon as I'm done putting this lace part on, then we're going to end the video because this will be part 1. And then part 2 is going to be putting the journal cover on. And then after that, part 3 is going to be making the signatures. And then part 4 will be binding in the signatures. And then so on. Telling you, it's the ends that I have a hard time with. And I know how to wrap gifts perfectly too. This is a whole different story. I actually thought that the lace was going to take a lot better, but it's being a pain. Usually it just goes right on. Oh my gosh. All right, I might have to let this dry a little bit and then do it. I think it's just too, I think it's too soaked right now. I think I'm gonna do this part off camera only because it's not sitting down, and the reason why is because it's still wet underneath. I think it's just so wet that I need to put it on top of, I gotta dry it up a little bit. I'm probably gonna throw a dryer on this, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that off camera because we're coming up on an hour. And I'm gonna go ahead and just decoupage the rest of this down when it dries. But basically when I have the ends all put in, because it's coming right up, and the reason why is because it's because the decoupage is soaking wet. I have to let it dry. So when it's all dry, it's gonna look like this. And our book cover is gonna be complete. It's gonna be all nice and tight. Okay, so I'm gonna do that off camera. See how that just popped right off? It's because it's not sticking because it's too soaked. So I'm gonna let the under part dry, and then I'm gonna bring this part up. Like that. And if I keep on pulling at it, it comes up, so I have to give it a chance to just dry down. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wait, and then I'm gonna finish the rest. And what I'll do is I'll take a photo of it so that I can show you guys what it looked like when I finished decoupaging. And then we will go from there. This is gonna look so pretty though. I'm excited. Yeah, that top part is just, it is just coming right off. It's sticking down, but it's like it's not having a chance to dry. So I'm gonna have to place something down on it and just let it dry. But it's gonna look good. I'm probably gonna trim this up a little bit. All right, so this is the first part, guys. I'm gonna go let this dry and finish the ends when I get off camera, probably later on tonight. And then it's gonna look like this, okay? And then part two, we're going to place our journal topper. And I have some things that I'm sewing on, and that's gonna be so fun. And then we're gonna start our signatures. So this is part one. Get your covers on. And so part two we will do, if you're doing a journal topper, that'll be part two. If you're not doing a journal topper, then you can go ahead and just watch this part, or maybe it'll inspire you to do a journal topper, and then just go to part three where we start making the signatures. That's probably my favorite part. Part three is my favorite. Making the signatures is rewarding. It's my favorite part of all. But I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna undo this. I'm gonna go let it sit under a dryer, and then this part's already starting to dry. So I just have to leave it alone. All right, guys, well, that's gonna be it for tonight. I so look forward to finishing this junk journal with you, and make sure to leave a comment below. I wanna hear what you're doing. Let me know what your theme is, what you're doing for a book. Make sure to hit that like button as well. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Make sure to go over to the Grace Be Creations Facebook group, and also let us know how your journal is doing over there. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening. Talk to you later, guys. Bye.